So good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Power of One. I am Gary Feldman, and I'm honored to be the Master of Ceremonies for this inaugural event of the SAP Business One community. A couple of housekeeping items about this Zoho platform we're using today. When you join the session, you will be in listen-only mode. When you do send chats, which we are receiving, they will only be received by the organizers, and the same is true with the Q&A. You can feel free to send reactions with emojis, raise your hand, and if you send chats or questions to the organizers, in every session we have someone scheduled to be a second organizer so they can review those Q&As, and based upon the limited time that we have per session, we may answer the questions within the session, or you can join the networking room, which did require a separate registration, and there will most likely be presenters going to the networking room after their sessions to answer your questions, as well as the networking room is a place where you guys can meet and talk and do other things as well. This is our first time doing the conference using this platform, so please have a little patience with us. If you did not register with the Register for All button, please be aware that you have to register to join a session. You can register for sessions at any time, and all registrants will be provided to a link for the recordings of the sessions they registered for. Also, please be aware that all sessions are being recorded. So just a couple of minutes here as we start. The Business One community is a nonprofit, independent community organization whose mission is to increase awareness for SAP Business One, the product, deliver access to education and other resources, and to provide a safe space to collaborate. We are here for all the companies and individuals who advise, consult, develop, and use SAP Business One in their daily lives. Our public forums are available for collaboration, and I highly recommend you register for the groups and forums, as these will grow in popularity as our community grows. This is a great way to see what's going on with the product and within the ecosystem. You can also learn more about our community and what we're planning to do in the wrap-up session at 4 o'clock. I really wanted to start with thanking SAP and their product for the support of the community, right? But a special thanks to the community leaders who made this event possible. These are in alphabetical order, not in order of contribution, but I want to thank Richard Duffy, who rarely needs introduction as the leader of SMB Solutions and a principal in ERPure.ai, who's presenting later today, and of course, the former SAP product evangelist. We also had Dan Kraus helping us out, the founder of Shift Advertising and former VP of SAP Business One for North America, and worked with Great Plains as well. Rona Levin, who's an independent SAP consultant and former global head of SAP Business One for Sapphire, now NTT. We have Steve Lipton, the founder of Make App Pie and known for his biz oneness on LinkedIn. He's also a former SAP customer and CIO of Scientific Device Laboratory. Could not go without help thanking Bob Markley, the professor at St. Vincent College, who created the pipeline for talent in SAP Business One with his certificate program. And a special thanks also to Len Rio, the president of Ativo and a leading SAP partner. We also want to thank all of you who answered our surveys and helped drive the direction for our community and the content of today's conference. And today's conference is also being brought to you by sponsors, right, who underwrite the cost of this event and our community so we can provide events like this for you at no charge. With premier sponsors like Boyum, ERPure, Solver, and Tipalti, this event and our conference platform is paid for the year. Additional support from Fastbank, FocusPoint, Mondial, SPS Commerce, CIS Configurator, CloudEX, and Core Systems also power our website, the community software that have the discussion groups and forums, and other costs so we can produce more roundtable events, affiliate insider presentations, and other community content. We anticipate increased sponsorship to fuel our mission and bring you the latest tools, techniques, and methods for increasing the return on your investments in Business One. The overwhelming support and response to this event, gives us great confidence that next time this year, hopefully we'll be meeting in person. Also, a final thanks again to SAP. We owe SAP and the Business One, SAP Business One organization a huge thanks for their support of the product and our community. And now, a special word from Joost Tigelaar.
Gary, I cannot hear it much,
You
to be honest, on my side.
I should have started by saying that I wish I would have been there physically with you. Unfortunately, I couldn't make that, but I make the promise that soon I will be traveling to your next events so that we can finally meet in person again. It's too long ago. Thank you very, very much. If I would have been there physically with you, I would have absolutely started to say, welcome to this presentation of SAP Business One, which is an integral part of SAP's overall strategy and ERP strategy as well. And sometimes Business One is forgotten because SAP is known because of the big brands, the larger enterprise space, the big companies that SAP are leveraging. But the best kept secret has often been in the past SAP Business One, which is a great element in that whole portfolio of solutions. And actually, we say it completes the whole portfolio because with our offering with SAP Business One in the lower end of the market, with SAP Business Suite in the upper end of the market, we have a solution for all types of different companies, industry independent, size independent, etc., customer for life, you could say. And when you look at Business One and the way it performs, it's absolutely phenomenal. The partners have such expertise that we know precisely to which target market, to which industries, which solutions can be delivered to. And that goes with big success. And I can say that because of two KPIs. A very, very high number of new customers added to the product family every year, which we're all very happy with, obviously. Thousands of new customers joining this family every year. But also the renewal rate. So a very, very high number of customers are renewing their contracts every year. I would even dare to say higher than the industry averages. And that practically means that, yes, Business One is a great solution, but also partners have been implementing that in customer scenarios to a very high satisfaction level, making sure that the customers are so happy that they keep on renewing their contracts, keep on extending their contracts, keep on strengthening their contracts in terms of investing in it, etc. The only other thing I wanted to mention, and sorry, we always run the risk that I talk too long, so I'll make it short, but the only other thing I think is very, very worthwhile to mention also is the innovation agenda. And I am a strong believer of the fact, the expertise that customers together with partners have so that they can translate their current needs, which are probably different than the needs 5 years ago, can translate those needs into new product capabilities, whether they come natively in the solution through a partner developed, generally available add-on, or maybe even through certain types of customization. But that remains to be extremely important because that is how SAP can distinguish themselves, but also how you, as an end customer, at the end of the day, can distinguish yourself in the market that you're playing. The more innovation you bring, the more efficient, the more effective you will be in your own organizational environment and in the market, obviously. So those three things I wanted to actually highlight to you. And thank you very, very much again for spending the time with us, learning from each other, networking, and hopefully also having a little bit of fun. I know that the rest of the agenda is also tightly scheduled, but also very interesting. So I can only end by saying thank you very, very much for spending the time with us, and have a good rest of the day. And I look forward to seeing you face to face in the next occasion. Thank you very, very much.
Well, Joost is correct. We have a packed agenda full of the latest information about SAP Business One, enhancements, and how to get the most out of your SAP Business One system. Registration for individual sessions is required and still available on the B1 community website. So please join me in the network green room at 4 o'clock for a recap and closing session. And it's my pleasure to turn over the stage to Peter Dominik, the Global VP of Product for SAP Business One.
Gary, thank you very much. I hope I'm audible. It's also really a great honor that we can be, not just me, but also my colleagues speaking today at your first edition of the B1 Community webinar. Let me share my screen. Let me choose the right window. I hope you can see the right monitor. I think so. Yeah, I think it's the right format of the PowerPoint, not the other side of the screen. So thank you really having me and my colleagues. And I will use this opportunity to give you an update on a very strategic high level, what we are working on from the product side, as I'm leading the global SAP Business One product management team. And today with me are also speaking in other sessions, Risha Pira, Abhinav Frankel, and Nofar Siso. But it's not just four of us, but the team is slightly bigger. And of course, we have a really strong development team organization who is basically full speed on various product enhancements. And I will be really speaking about them. As I will be touching future, yeah, sure, it's subject to change, and take it with a disclaimer we always mention. So, as mentioned by Joost and touched a bit, SAP Business One is really an integral part of SAP ERP strategy and portfolio, and very important to say that very clear and long-term product roadmap, and serving small business and lower mid-market customer. And it is strategically important for the company. It's not just me saying this, but it's also coming really from the board set and really execute like that. Business One is really here for thousands and tens of thousands of customers who are using this solution to manage every aspect of their business. And very important to mention, because this is a B1 community, both partners and customers, but SAP Business One has always been and also a partner-driven business. The role of a partner was essential, and the collaboration with partners was essential. And SAP does business together with partners, and it's really great that many partners joined today's webinar as well. I also noticed many familiar names, so I'm really happy for that. And as we also continue investing into the future of Business One, our partner ecosystem remains at the heart of this success, and it's also important that they are driving autonomy, resilience, growth, and winning new customers every day. So speaking about the roadmap and about the product, because that's what our competence in the product team is, that Business One is really an integral part of the SAP ERP portfolio and strategy. And we do have a solid product and long-term product roadmap. And we are regularly updating this roadmap and sharing it with the general public. We are not really hiding this just for ourselves or for you partners or customers. It's really generally available and several times per year updated. And the most recent edition is from October, so everything is very new, and also what we were presenting today is very new. And very important to mention that also thanks to all feedback that you shared, primary partners, to what we are doing and planning and how we do it and where we invest and where should we invest, because this will also take into account when doing an updates for future and also prioritizations and planning individual releases. SAP Business One is the most selling solution by number of customers. We are always very proud to say this. And every day we add 10 new customers. So really welcome, especially to those who have recently joined, either partners or customers. And it's a very unique ecosystem and community, and we are supporting this every day. So let's look closer how we are strategically actually investing into SAP Business One. Very important to mention is that our a key investment area and also have a bet on the future, and also where we really believe that what we are really doing, we are really reinventing how users should work with the solution is the web client. And for that, we are now in acceleration mode, in a really accelerated mode to deliver the web client in a quite short period of time, and to also enable future innovation and to deliver these innovations thanks to additional product investments from the SAP Executive Board. And what it actually means that we already do have major web client apps ready to run your businesses, but we also are enabling you, partners and customers, with the new web client learning journeys. And the most recent release is the 2508 with the quite significant update on the web client apps with the additional controls, but also from the extensibility side. And we are already on the next release, which is around the corner. And there will be a slight preview of the 2602 as well. So really, we are delivering really the major redesign of the solution, kind of reinventing how it should be used and how to enable the future innovation, but also enabling how to work with it, how to quickly understand all the new aspects with the SAP Fiori elements and to benefit from it. Also, what we did this year in particularly, because we're not only investing into the product from technical side and the end user side, but also we really refreshed the product identity. It's not just the logo, but really we are adopting all the SAP elements for these and also using the SAP Fiori elements. And also there are various social media campaigns running just from September, and maybe you have noticed them, quite visible, speaking about the benefits, advantages, and also speaking also about the myth about the product, that there are advantages and actually there are many possibilities how you can very easily implement and benefit from the solution. Very important, we also announced in the product roadmap this year and sharing even more details, and I will speak about it at the end of my presentation. We announced the product continuity with the new version 11 to come in 2027. Before that, we are really full speed on the web client delivery, and also to align the version 11 delivery and also with the web client investments, we also decided to extend the version 10 support till at least December 2028 to give enough time for both releases and enough time for upgrades to the new major release. And really, also, we really recommend the adoption of the artificial intelligence because it's possible, and we recommend it through services from SAP and SAP partners. I will also touch this a bit in a few minutes. But very important to mention, to benefit from the innovations and the security enhancements and also from the legal enhancements, please always apply the latest release, because there you have either the latest innovation with the web client, the new stories, or you can benefit from 25.11, which is the very most release from the enhancements made into the Tomcat separation of services. And also, if you go for the next release, you have additional controls in the web client. So let's look at the latest news on the product from various sides. I already mentioned that the web client is our main investment area, and with the web client, we are redesigning the how solution should be worked with and to also enable the future innovation. It is our bet on the product future. It's simplifying the deployment and usage of the product, and the web client really combines the best of all worlds. It offers the core processes in a new user experience, really through a web browser, native web browser, and also through the Fiori elements. And it is still the product that means that it writes and reads from the same database, but really in a completely new interface, which really makes it a lot of further possibilities for the product innovation. The web client covers key business process scenarios with most used processes and document variants. And what you can do, you can also manage the all aspects, the customer relationship management inside the web client. And thus, for example, the sales teams can be the first to benefit and can start using the web client. And we always believe that the sophisticated analytics give you a tremendous possibilities and can be maybe the opener for the usage of the web client in your companies. There is also a basic finance, which makes it, let's say, to give you initial possibilities for accounting activities, meaning creating journal entries, recurring journal entries, and posting entries, and additional controls you have in a finance area, like, for example, management of the channel and update of the channel account. Speaking of the web client, the father, or the as Ari says, is his post child, is Ari Shapira. He will give right after this session, in another session, right after the time that this is over, he will give an update on the SAP Business One web client innovations and plan enhancements. So please stay tuned and register if you have not done so. Speaking of the web client, I cannot really forget the analytics, which is driven by my colleague Avinoa Frankel, who will also give his session later today. And analytics are really a door opener. They are already now offering tremendous possibilities, which really make you to either use out-of-box analytics to give you a view on the latest update on the sales area, open receivables, and other key performance indicators and widgets for running your companies. Moreover, there are also possibilities to design your own user-defined queries and even to visualize them, and also to link view with the contextual analytics. So it's really, really powerful. And Avi will deliver his amazing session very soon. So really give you a preview of a few seconds that I'm not speaking about something what is just in the beginning. It's very, very advanced already now, and with really major apps available. And the most recently, for example, we have delivered the blanket agreement in 2508, but there are many various additional controls in the sales, purchase side, finance, and so on. So this is really very advanced possibility how to work with the solution through the web browser, through the native web browser, and it's really respecting all the Fiori elements. So you can actually really work through the web browser and having everything in one view, but still possible to quickly switch to another tab is really a possibility how you can easily work with the web client and play with it. But I don't want to go into more details because there are really 3 additional sessions on the web client, because that's really the main area where we are investing and enhancing the solution. So let me now also mention another area where we recently invested quite a lot, and we enabled also the future usage and solutions. And this is the identity authentication management. This is driven by my colleague Gary Feldman, and it's really very important, first of all, because of security. So keeping the access to the system and identity authentication on as secure level as possible. And it really allows users to authenticate with their identity provider user when signing to Business One, either core product on-premise, but also many other components, so cloud control center and using the solution hosted through a cloud providers, but also really having the same identity used, not just for the desktop client, but also for the web client, for the other components, cloud control center, remote SaaS platform, and so on, and various additional extensions and components we do have with Business One already now. With this, we also introduce a 2-factor authentication, really to increase the security, and it's really an extra layer of the security. And also, and this is really beautiful around it, that once you use certain identity providers, especially SAP Identity Provider, and you use it like you actually activate this new identity management, you may use this same identity with the Business One, let's say with the web client, and then you can use it for additional SAP solutions also running on the same identity. So once you are switching, for example, from the web client, you can very easily jump over to another application without need to really log into the other system, as long as you stay with the same identity and you are really using the SAP solution on the other side. So it's really like a smooth jump from one application to another. We call it principal propagation, principal user propagation. So really it really enables this possibility that you don't have to log in all the time to other SAP applications as long as you use the same identity provider. Another important update, and I intentionally put it also at this stage, is the artificial intelligence. I don't think I have to introduce you this term, and that what is really artificial intelligence about is it's very, very dynamic, and especially generative AI is really disrupting the way we run business, we work with information, and with impact even on our private lives. And it is the forward, it is the trend, it is really the development which we cannot escape, and we can just take an advantage of it, or we can be swept away if we don't reflect it, or if we ignore it, or if we don't understand it correctly and don't work with it correctly. And SAP has been leading the efforts about artificial intelligence for almost a decade, and also for Business One, we have adopted the most relevant and suitable SAP services. But we also enabled the platforms which SAP offers, and these are SAP AI Foundation on SAP Business Technology Platform, because it provides the full set of various services AI developers can use. And what we claim about the artificial intelligence is that it really is an opener for solutions from SAP, but also from SAP partners. That's why we focus really a lot, and we are really making Business One fit and enabled for partner adoptions and extensions, because partners know the best what customers need. And we will also continue on this in 2026. And we have a lot of activities which we are not disclosing today, but we hope we will disclose them at the partner summits next year. And we are really on this as well, and enabling really the partner solutions. We hear every day from some other partner like what is really happening here. And we are really happy because the partners know the customers the best, and there are various industries, there are various scenarios where artificial intelligence can be deployed. And we are enabling the extensibility and integration possibilities and service layer, so adoption of the AI services is really as fast as possible. Very quickly is that what we shipped recently from marketing side is the new SAP Business One customer story video flipbook. It's really powerful with a lot of motivational stories from customers. Maybe some of you are also there depicted. And also we are currently running the SAP Business One campaigns, the one for SME. There is a SAP-driven side and also the partner-driven side. Let's now jump over to the product roadmap. We have 4 main product investment areas. First of all, we are focusing on the core ERP engine with the web client interface and really investing there, as mentioned previously, on really making this the future product interface, the primary product interface, and really that's the bet of SAP on the product future. Besides that, we are of course focusing on security and other enhancements. Alongside, we are also enabling partner on the co-innovations and extensions. So really providing further enablement, and we'll be doing this in the future for SAP Build, SAP Business Technology Platform. Also in the web client, we are really releasing the new generation of the robust developer experience on the web client, so especially the UI API and the possibility to apply various objects and tools together. And on the third investment priority, we are really providing the flexible deployment model with cloud focus. We keep a possibility, and we will keep it also in the future, to have a solution locally installed on premises, but more and more we encourage partners and new customers also to on the transformation by extending the cloud tools which are managed by partners. So we will be really investing here also in the future to really enable more on this partner cloud story for customers. And last but not least, we really want to also help ensure competitiveness of supported stories, how to adopt the intuitive web client design and so forth. So as mentioned, our investment area, the main investment coming to the web client to really support the end-to-end scenarios from the functional scope and to cover it really on all business processes and as many users as possible. So really to have it across the product, as you know, it's on desktop client, to enable as many users, almost all, to work just with the web client. That's our vision. And for that, we are adding new controls in the web client, which you know from the web client, but completely reinvented. How we are doing this? We are releasing every 3 months a release. It's either feature package or support package. Through feature package, we are able to deliver any kind of an innovation and enhancement. So that's are the channels through which we ship also the web client. And the very next one is coming just early February 2026, the 2602. And through that, we are shipping the major enhancements in the web client area. And later, we will also release the version 11 with the major enhancements. On the cloud side, the Cloud Control Center, the Cloud 1.1 landscape management system, we are having 1 or 2 patches per year. So the very next one is in March, patch level 2022. And there will be also later coming 23, where we are enhancing various aspects of this landscape management system known as SAP Business One, Cloud 1.1. We are also continuously maintaining the mobile apps, there are 3 of them, and we are, first of all, keeping them with a high security, compliant, and compatible with the iOS and Android operational systems. And also we are focusing on the visual side of it to really match it with the latest product identity, SAP identity, and also to reflect the most demanding enhancements from the customer influence. The last update from my side, it's really speaking about the long-term future and our vision, where we see the product in the future. That's the version 11. After finishing the main part of the web client enhancements in this year, next year, and slightly beginning of 27, probably the next big thing is the next major release, which is the version 11, and its first release is planned for the year 2027. And the main focus of the version 11 will be the new generation of tools for partners to streamline the multi-tenant cloud environment provisioned by partners for customers. And for that, the significant changes in installation and upgrade procedures are planned. And that's why we are really planning to do changes in the Cloud Control Center, which we really want to reinvent. We want to unify the system landscape directory. We want to have more cloud-native integration with SharePoint, Google Suite, and enablement for other providers. And of course, we will also look into the possibilities how to reflect the most of what is feedback from the functional point of view. And on the artificial intelligence, really this situation about artificial intelligence is very disruptive and very evolving quickly in terms of weeks. So of course, we have to react quickly. So this is going to be addressed either on major releases in version 11, but also in the feature packages and enabled even earlier. So that's basically on a very high level and strategic level update about the product future and direction and what are the most recent enhancements. Let me invite you now also for the sessions of my colleagues, Risha Pira and Avinoa Frankel, who will be giving an update on the web client and also web client analytics. Thank you very much. This concludes my update and presentation. Thank you for your attention. Gary, back to you. And I think we can switch to another session.
Yeah, thank you very much. The other sessions are starting now. please make sure you click on the links that you should have received in your emails.